Hello, I made a video a while back about how to take a PDF and turn it into a Nearpod. And it is real easy, but I'm going to show you something that I would have learned and have changed the way that I do that. I'll show you why. I'm going to search for a PDF on my computer, and then I'll take that PDF. There's a good one. And turn it into a Nearpod. I just right click on it, open with Nearpod. This is going to convert each one of those pages into an individual slide and make it a digital worksheet that students can write on or type into or highlight with. And that's really cool, because then you can see in real time if all your kids are writing and are on tasks. And that's basically what I've been using in my remote class. Here is the issue that for one thing, I need to zoom in. Out. Yeah, sorry. In, yes. Because it's taking one page per screen, sometimes the writing's too small for my kids to write in. So I have found an easier workaround to use instead of this method. So I'm going to go back in to my drive. And the first thing I do is open up a Google slide presentation. Okay. And I like to start with a blank screen. So I'm going to change it to be blank. And now I am going to turn on my Nearpod add-ons. Click on add-ons. If you don't have Nearpod there, you would click on get add-ons and then add Nearpod. But I have it, so I'm going to open them up. Now I'm going to go back to my drive to find a worksheet. So here are all my worksheets. I'll just pick this one. So I don't want all of this to be really small for my students. So I'm going to put one problem on each slide. So I'm using my snipping tool. And if you don't have your snipping tool, you can click on your Windows application, right click on the screen, and type in snipping. You left click on the screen, and then it's right there. I have mine pinned to the bottom here. Oh. So I'm going to get the snipping tool, and I'm going to cut just the part of that I want. I would chop this one up into 4 different pieces, this being 1, problem 2 being 2, and so on and so forth. Now I'm going to copy it. So this is one way I have found around having to save each individual snip and then upload it. For the background of the board, I just have it here like I want it, copied and pasted. I didn't have to save it and upload, so it gave me a step back. And then since this slide is highlighted, I'm going to click on Convert to Draw. You'll always have that option if you have a slide that has not already been turned into a Nearpod. And it's just really quick to turn it into that draw activity. Now, what it does do, it keeps your original slide and your draw it slide there. I don't want both of those, so I would take that one out. Now, that is all well and good, but I'm going to show you another cool thing that I learned. Everyone in Keller ISD that teaches secondary has Problematic. So I'm going to log into my Problematic account, and I'll just get a test that I've got. Here we go, 10 problems on slope. So there's my assessment that I've created, and I want to give that to my students, right? So I'm going to export that test, but I want them to be able to show me their work, and I want to make sure that I can follow their thinking. So I click on export, and then I am going to choose to get the PowerPoint, and it will download the PowerPoint for me. I'm going to show you what that looks like. It'll give me a PowerPoint presentation where each of my slides is a different question. Cool? Okay, I'm going to close that out. It's still down there at the bottom where I downloaded it. And now I'm going to go to Nearpod. Here's the Nearpod that I had before. And I want to create a new Nearpod. I'm going to create a slideshow. And, oh, it's taking me to Google Slides. Sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. Oopsie. Go to create a lesson, I guess. Oh yeah, that looks right. Now, remember my PowerPoint was downloaded at the very bottom of my screen, so I can click it and drag it up to the Nearpod screen. Click here. And it's taking it and it's converting it. And it will put all of those slides into this Nearpod window where I can convert each of those slides to a draw tool. So it doesn't do that part for me because it doesn't want to assume what I want each of those slides to be. Maybe I don't want kids to draw on each one, but I can click on each one and convert it to draw. That simply. It's the same as before, except for I have to remember that I have two slides that are going to be the same, and I need to go back and delete one of them. And I would just continue this until I get all of my test questions done this way. And then I have made my test where kids can mark on it. And I can see in real time while they're taking that test. In fact, that would probably be more beneficial to me than anything else, or any assessment, formative or summative, quiz, whatever you like. Okay, just a reminder on how you get this to kids. I'm going to click Save and Exit. It doesn't like me not to have that titled, so I did. Oh, I have it already saved. I'll change it. So I'm going to show you how you can give it to kids. So there it is. I would give them this link, the student paste, and I want to make sure I require student submission. That way they have to answer each board before moving on, and I can set a due date on that. And this is where I would come in to view their progress and see how they're doing. I can also share that link with them or Google Classroom or use an embed code. That's all I got. Thank you.